Guys, I'm back in the shop today. I'm ready to start working on the CRF250 and get this thing running today. But the only thing is I got to do a few things first. I got to tension the chain and I got to set the torque for the front end. All right, guys, so I'm going to set the chain slack here. Honda wants it right about here. You measure from here, and from the bottom of the chain to the swing arm is 25 to 35 mil. So how you do that is you just back out these push bolts and that'll tension the chain. And you always want to back these out evenly so that the wheel tracks true when you're riding the bike. Okay guys, now that I got all the adjustments done for this, I'm going to go ahead and put this towel in behind the gear. That'll tighten everything forward, and then I'm going to torque that axle nut to 94 foot-pounds. So I just put it in, feed it in here like this. Jam it in. Now everything's nice and tight and shoved forward. So now you won't have a worry about anything being loose while you're trying to torque the nut there. All right, guys, so I'm going to move to the steering now. This steering stem nut gets torqued to 80 foot-pounds. All right, guys, now that that's all torqued in, I'm going to go ahead and tighten these pinch bolts. Honda wants 16 on the top bridge and 15 on the bottom bridge, but I go 20 on the top on every bike, and I'll go 15 down here, but I go 20 up here because I've had these fork tubes slide out on me at manufacturer specs. So I just go to 20 pounds up here, and I'll go 15 here. All right, so now that these bolts are torqued in, now we can move on to the front wheel. And Honda has a procedure for tightening in these front wheels here. So what they want you to do is tighten the axle bolt first, or the axle nut, sorry, to 65 foot-pounds. Tighten these pinch bolts on this left-hand leg to 15. And you leave these loose. And I'll take this bike off the stand, and you work the forks up and down for a little bit. And then you just raise the platform back up until there's just the bike is kind of sitting on like in a static position with kind of just its own weight on it. And then you go ahead and you torque the other pinch bolts over there to 15 pounds. So I'll try that. All right, guys, I got this all torqued in here now. So I had to tighten these pinch bolts up just a little bit while I was torquing the axle nut there, because there must be some kind of tool to hold this steady, but I don't have anything like that. So I just tightened these a little bit, torque the nut, and then slack the pinch bolts off, and then tighten these ones. Then I continued the procedure and torqued everything up after. So now that this is done, I can go ahead and fill this thing up with fluids and try and start this thing. All right, guys, so I've already got the transmission side and the engine side filled up. This is filled to 0.77 of a liter, and the other side, which is the engine, is filled to 0.66 of a liter. I used 1540. It calls for 1030, but 1540 works fine. I run 1540 in all the bikes that I have, so nothing's gone wrong yet. So 1540 works good in these bikes on the transmission and oil side. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the coolant now. All All right, guys, I got the coolant all topped up there. I went ahead and I threw some fresh fuel in it. I didn't put a whole lot in it just in case maybe might have to drain the tank. Maybe something's leaking or whatever. You never know what can go wrong. You don't want to have to drain a whole tank, a whole full tank. So only one thing left to do now is open this up and watch the fuel flow into the carb. So there it is. Now we'll get the carb full and see if she'll start. All right, guys, so everything should be good to go here. I'm looking it over. I don't see any leaks or anything like that. The carb should be filled up. These bikes can be a little bit hard to start. I can guarantee you this is not going to be one kick. I see videos where they try and do it in one kick. It's usually not how it works, but what you can do to help with these 4 strokes is the accelerator pump. You pump the throttle. That actually sprays fuel into the throat. That's what an accelerator pump does. And it gets a little bit of fuel going into here. And then you go ahead and you just pull the choke out. And that'll give you max fuel delivery just for startup, and then see how it fires up after that. All right, guys, it's a bit of a cool one here today, so I put my jacket on. I got my kicking shoes on, so we'll kick this thing over a few times and see what it does. So that pipe definitely made short work of this thing. So definitely gonna have to put a metal one on there. And as you can hear, guys, it's running, but not that great. I think if I had to guess from the surging, I'd say I've got a pilot issue, because it runs perfect on the mid to top, but I can't get it to idle on the bottom. So I'm gonna have to drop the fuel, see what's in there for a jet, and check my elevation and see if I've got the proper jet in there. All right, guys, so I'm checking just to double check I got the right jets in here. So on here, I'm at 260 meters where I am. And so 0 to 299 is that range. And then it's about 10 degrees out here today. So I'm in this range here for centigrade. So you go down and 40. So if you look, it says second one, slow jet, which is pilot, 40. So this is a 40, but the problem is it's absolutely completely plugged. So I have no idea how I missed that, or if I did, I'll definitely have to go in and clean that out. All right, guys, I got the jet back in the carb here. I stuck a tip cleaner through it. I put it in the ultrasonic cleaner, stuck a tip cleaner back through it. Now it's unplugged. Like I was saying, I don't know how I missed that. So I'll try and fire this bike up again, see how it runs. So that was it, guys. Plug pilot jet. So that one's on me. I definitely should have went through that when I took the carb apart. Made sure that was not plugged. I must have just thrown it in the ultrasonic cleaner, just assumed it'd be good, but definitely had to run a tip cleaner through it. There was definitely gunk in there, so that was the issue. But aside from that, bike looks absolutely gorgeous. I couldn't be happier with this build. It's running really good now. So with that said, if you guys want to stick around after, I'll start the bike one more time and rev it up a little bit and whatever. But that's going to be it for this video, guys. So if you guys want to see more build content, you like this kind of stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell. You guys can follow me on Instagram. Also give Split Designs a follow on Instagram. They make really nice stuff. So with all that said, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.